Imagine a world where friendships take a dark turn, where innocent teenagers become capable of unimaginable horrors. What if the ones we trust the most become the architects of chilling crimes? Today, we delve into the chilling stories of three dangerous teens reacting to serving life in prison, where the truth is more disturbing than fiction.
Tonight, the 19-year-old accused of murdering his teenage roommates is locked up in jail and a judge is not letting him out. When Damon Kemp was wheeled into the courtroom this morning for his bond hearing, he started screaming.
God! God! God!
On December 7, 2018, officers in Daytona Beach, Florida, responded to a burglary call at an apartment complex. Little did they know, they were about to uncover something much more sinister. Damon Kemp, just a teen, calmly confessed to the officers that he had killed his friend. Upon entering the apartment, they discovered the lifeless bodies of Jordan Payton and Trey Ingram, both just 19 years old. Jordan and Trey were not just acquaintances. They were former roommates and close friends since high school. They shared dreams and ambitions, with Trey being an accomplished boxer with a promising future. Their friendship seemed solid, leaving everyone puzzled as to why Damon would commit such a heinous act against them. As investigators delved into the case, they uncovered that Damon had been living with Trey until he was kicked out a couple of weeks prior to the murders. Speculations arose about possible motives, but some crucial details remain undisclosed by the authorities. Damon's behavior had become increasingly erratic, raising questions about his mental state. While behind bars, Damon claimed in a phone interview that he had no mental health issues and that the night of the incident, he was merely under the influence of drugs, possibly laced with something else. However, his strange behavior both before and after the crime, along with a bizarre outburst during a court hearing, has sparked a debate about his mental health. During his bail appeal, Damon's infamous screaming and unusual behavior in court divided opinions. Some believe it was a desperate act to secure an insanity plea, while others argued it might genuinely indicate psychological issues. We've seen similar courtroom antics in other cases, where individuals attempt to plead insanity to escape a life sentence. However, history shows that these tactics don't always work, as judges and investigators remain vigilant in assessing the true mental state of the accused. What are your thoughts on Damon Kemp's case? Do you think his behavior indicates genuine mental health issues, or is it an attempt to manipulate the justice system? Let us know in the comment section below.
I would like to apologize to my family for not being the daughter they wished I would be.
Let's talk about a family from Detroit, Michigan, who embraced the joys of adoption by bringing two young souls into their loving home. Everything seemed to be going well until the teenage daughter, Roxanna, fell into the clutches of someone who would change her life forever. It all began innocently enough on a social media platform where Roxanna met a guy named Michael. Their relationship quickly turned inappropriate, considering their age gap and the troubled past Roxanna carried from her time in an orphanage. Concerned, her adoptive parents took action to protect her. As Roxanna's parents tried to keep her away from Michael, a dark and twisted plot began to unfold. Encouraged by Michael, Roxanna contemplated doing the unimaginable, harming her own family. In the dead of night, Roxanna executed the horrifying plan, attacking her younger brother. With Michael waiting outside the family home, he fueled her actions through chilling texts. Thankfully, her brother's screams alerted their parents, who intervened and contacted the authorities. The nightmare didn't end there. Roxanna and Michael attempted to flee, but the long arm of the law caught up with them. Facing the consequences of their actions, the question arose: was Roxanna truly responsible for her actions, or was she manipulated by Michael's sinister influence?
He goes, slice like a tomato. I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, on the neck. He sends me an artery picture. And it's like right over here, where you...
During the trial, Roxanna's defense team argued that she suffered from a rare condition, reactive attachment disorder, due to her traumatic past. Despite the circumstances, the prosecutor decided to charge her as an adult, leading to a heart-wrenching outcome. Roxanna opted for a plea deal, accepting the gravity of her actions and showing remorse. She got 20 years of sentencing without the possibility of parole. Nevertheless, she received a heavy sentence, leaving her parents devastated for their daughter's future. Despite the darkness surrounding this story, Roxanna's parents continue to support her, believing she can overcome her past and find healing. They have petitioned for mental health support during her sentence, striving to ensure her well-being in the years to come. What do you think? She got what she deserved? Tell us in the comments section.
Life without parole as to count 4, the offense of attempted murder.
Jaleel Smith Riley was a teenager known for his lack of a criminal history, but that would all change on that fateful night in 2003. On that evening, Jaleel committed a crime that would leave a young woman dead and her partner severely injured. The victim was Portia Brooks, a vibrant young lady with her whole life ahead of her. Portia's dreams and aspirations were cut short when Jaleel Smith Riley took her life in a senseless act of violence. Alongside Portia was her partner, Aaron Martin, who suffered grave injuries during the same incident. The police swiftly apprehended Jaleel, and the wheels of justice were set in motion. As the trial began, the courtroom was filled with emotion as both families grappled with the devastating impact of the crime. Portia's mother, unable to contain her grief, expressed her sorrow and sought justice for her daughter. The prosecution sought the harshest punishment for Jaleel Smith Riley, arguing that the severity of the crime warranted a life sentence without the possibility of parole. The victim's family echoed these sentiments, yearning for closure and a sense of peace after their devastating loss. On the other hand, Jaleel's defense attorney pleaded for leniency, citing his young age, lack of criminal history, and potential for rehabilitation. This plea stirred controversy, as some in the community questioned whether a lighter sentence would be fair given the gravity of the crime. After weeks of emotional testimony and deliberation, the jury rendered their verdict. Jaleel Smith Riley was found guilty of his heinous crimes, and the judge handed down a life sentence without the possibility of parole. The courtroom fell silent as the weight of the verdict settled in. The tragic story of Jaleel Smith Riley serves as a stark reminder of the consequences of senseless violence. It's a story of lives forever changed, dreams cut short, and the pursuit of justice in the face of unspeakable grief. As we conclude this chilling journey into the lives of dangerous teens facing life in prison, let us remember that every individual has the power to influence the lives of those around them. By fostering empathy, compassion, and understanding, we can strive to prevent such tragedies from ever happening again. If you found this video thought-provoking, don't forget to like and share it to spread awareness about these harrowing cases. Thank you for watching, and take care.